talk it. I eat, ooh, Pac-Man, that's the way my neck talking. Right, I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. But a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit, I'm glad. When the check missed the direct hit, I'm sad. Like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Ooh, why you do that like that? It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't getting too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go on your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Y'all already know what time this is. Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They say you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Robin, she wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, Be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a very loud and a sold-out Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the New York Jets and the Cincinnati Bengals. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
What? You ready? One left. Hey, alert. 36 power.
Shift.
Now Wilson on first down. Flushed out right. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Let's go. Check.
4 down.
Switch.
Now Joe Mixon. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with third down and just a yard to go.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third and 1.
Blue 15.
Watch your slant.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up first and goal now.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
So first and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. They'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at very...
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Punching it in from a yard away. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Red 80. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll give this to Bell running right. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Darnold. He finds Kalen Ballage, his running back. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
First down.
Here goes Hunt. 50, minus 50. And 80. Switch.
They'll run here with Ballage. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go, Sam. Red 80. Red 80. Minus 50. Minus 50.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Darnold. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 42.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
We got 3. Undercut. Mike's 50. No 80. Mike 50. Hey, Zoo. Got you, boy. No 80. Take 4.
To throw is Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
He's checking.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
57. Mike, 57. I got one.
Friday.
Go. 50 seconds, run. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Friday.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
Check the backer.
19. Jim. Guys, listen.
To throw again. Wilson eluding the pressure right. He'll let this go end zone for Green. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Hey, alert. Let's go double count right here, double count.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the 1st. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th.
Check. No. All go special.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson escaping the pressure right. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a 1st down. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Gun.
Now it's Mixon running right. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, Hilliard. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Bullock's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Jets take over 1st and 10.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Watch Mike. Bravo. Back to you. I'm going back to you. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 50. Lady. Let's put him on.
From the 31, Darnold. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Back to throw, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Crunch time, defense.
Touch 50.
Lucky. Joker. Healer.
Bang out. Bam. Go.
From the 31, Wilson buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. It's caught at the 10. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big play there for Cincinnati. 61 yards.
1, 90. 14. Hey, 0.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Friday.
Another try for Mixon. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Check. Run left.
Here's Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes our score 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. No, but hold on a minute.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Darnold, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Hey, Haywood!
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because in a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Tighten down. There you go.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
25.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson dancing to his left. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On 1st down, Mixon. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Back to Mixon on 1st down. Shifts by him. And some room to maneuver. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Mike, 57. Hey, pick your game.
Go.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the...
And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Shaquille Barrett able to get outside the numbers and drop him for a loss of a yard. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And Bullock will put this one through. And the lead now increases to 20-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Short boot, take it at the 21. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
And here he's got Graham. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Give me that ball, defense. Hey, let's go. Give me that ball, defense. Get lady. Wide, lady. Ready. 52 by 52. Watch the curl. Watch the right side.
Darnold from the gun. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Darnold, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. A final shot before the break. Darnold, and he's going to go down again. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Short boot, take it at the 21. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On 2nd and 15 now. Darnold. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Second and 9 at the 28-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Check right, check. Good, 4 down, 4 down. Good. Hey, easy. Touch.
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Hey, guys, listen. Zero. Hey, 0. He alert. Short.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Out to his left. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Mixon trying to punch it in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
$280.
Here we go, D. Kill. Turn up.
Alert. Run left.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Dontrell Hilliard, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Bengals 27, Jets nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Short boot taken at the 21. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Check, lady. Alert 3. Check 13.
80 weapon.
Check 99.
They run it with Balaj. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
Hey, exit.
Here we go. Hey, no, look, we got Mike 50. Mike is out.
Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. Hard throw, incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Oh, lady. Smooth.
50. Yeah, that's what I do. Hey, Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Yeah. You don't want none.
They're going to go. It's Darnold. Flushed out right. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check. Under 10. 10.
Throwing is Wilson. Steps away to his left. Going deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Check.
On the run, it's Mixon. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
On the run, this is Hilliard. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
A loss of 2 on the play. It's 3rd down and goal to go.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Mixon with it. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 6 yards puts him right on the doorstep, but now it'll be 4th and goal. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Bullock's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. This is taken at the 3.
You ain't going nowhere.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. He's got Herndon, his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Darnold. Open man is Anderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Darnold now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Darnold throwing complete to Crowder. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
At the 45-yard
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Red 80. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Ain't no such thing as a late. Delta. Yo, 80. Check.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary can really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
To the air again, Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 41. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised. But that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
The Bengals drive about to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Mike 54. All day, baby. All day. Rush in.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
They go 368. All day.
On 2nd down now, Hilliard. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Hey, check. Mike 50. Time to go, night. Go, Mike 50. Go, red 80. Let's go, defense.
Here's Darnold. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Check 52's to Mike. Don't let him, lady. Don't let him breathe.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Now Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. The kick by McManus is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they've put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
They'll run again with Hilliard. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with a tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now the Bengals on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2.
19.
From the gun, it's Wilson being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Shaq Lawson coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Sam Cook now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Bell. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Another carry, same story. 4th quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Jets on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd down and 12. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46.
Check that. We want Mike 52 right here. 52, pick it up, guys. Pick it up. 52 is the Mike. Mike 52. Mike 52. Let him know. Hey, Eddie. Let him know.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to be incomplete. Adam Gase rolls the dice. It doesn't pan out. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
At the 46-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Here's Hilliard. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
On 2nd down, Hilliard. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.